So today I wanted to talk about teasing and bullying, just what it's like growing up, fat, obese, chunky, husky, whatever you were called. So for me, I can't really remember being teased when I was very young. I did live in a smaller community, population of around 5,000 people. My class size, I think there was 60 kids in my class. So I'm sure it's different when you're in a larger area with more kids in the population. So for me, at the younger age, it wasn't that bad because pretty much everybody was friends and no one really cared about what size you were. And I'm talking like first, second, third grade. I would say I probably noticed people joking a little bit about my weight when I was in the 4th and 5th grade. That's probably when I started getting to where I would be what I would consider husky. I had a couple times where kids had asked me, they would ask me a question like, why are you so fat? Or why don't you just eat less food? Things like that. And I didn't know how to respond to that. I was in 4th grade, So it wasn't too bad then. I did have, and I'm just saying this as to be as historically accurate as possible and honest. My younger sister did tease me quite a bit, but that's a sibling thing. I rack that up to her just being jealous that I was better looking and smarter. So moving forward, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. That is when I really noticed that I was starting to get teased, and I wasn't teased by my friends. I wasn't teased by the popular kids. I was teased by the kids that were what I would have qualified or classified as bullies. Now, I also think that another reason that the teasing started at this age was because this is when, at least in my town, you were required to take showers after you were done with PE. So I think that's where at least I became a target a little easier. Was number one, you're in a locker room with 10, 15 other kids, boys, who were all stripping down to take a shower, and now they're seeing your body for what it really is and not the clothes that cover it. Not only that, it's usually unsupervised. Well, it was unsupervised, so it was it was open season on fat people in there. So I was the only fat person, pretty much. I did not want to take showers there. And when PE is in the morning and you opt out of the showers and you're that age, you start to get known as that stinky kid. I did my best to make sure that didn't happen, but inevitably I got teased about that also. So get past that, go to high school. I actually, I got a bit taller, but I still gained some weight, and there was, I would say the popular kids kind of started getting into some of the teasing at that point too. But that's more of, I don't think it was done to be mean. I think it was done to fit in to their clique. So I don't really look back on any of these people that teased me, and I don't dwell on it. I haven't even thought about it for so long until I was last night contemplating what to talk about today in my video, and then started remembering that. I will tell you that the one person who teased me the most in probably 9th and 10th grade, I completely hated him and just wished him ill will on a daily basis. I also did everything I could to avoid him. Now, I hadn't seen him in probably 10 years or more, and I actually ran into him 7-8 months ago. He's a great guy. Actually apologized for the crap he put me through. I don't feel like I'm scarred because of it. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not, but I don't feel like I am. And he's an alright guy, and we we talk once in a while now, so that's kind of cool. But the teasing, what happened to me after high school, and I don't want to downplay the teasing. That, you know, every time someone calls you fat, I know, to me, that drove me back into my shell. I'm sure it plays a large part with me being somewhat, well, extremely introverted now. But, you know, I'm working through that. You accept the way you are and you move on. So don't dwell on the past. You can't change it. If anybody does find Doc Brown in his time machine, let me know, because there probably is a couple things I could do different. But anyways, so an adult now, one of the mechanisms I have that I try not to, I do it a lot, and that's I make fun of my own weight before someone else can, and I'm pretty good about it. I mean, I take things that people say, and these are only people I'm comfortable with. I wouldn't walk up to a stranger and make these comments, but I'm pretty good at taking something someone says and turning it into a fat joke, just to kind of to get that out there, that I know I'm fat, I'm okay with being fat, and you making fun of me is not going to hurt my feelings, so you might as well just shut up and talk about something else. Not only that, anytime someone tells a joke now about weight or asks me about my weight, my standard response is, your wife doesn't have a problem with it, so why do you? So, yeah. Anyways, so I'm looking at my kids now, and my kids aren't fat, but they're growing, they're getting taller, they're filling out, they're slimming down. They're all in different stages because they're all different ages. My one son definitely has some, not depression issues, but just he's more self-aware than the other kids, and some comments have been made to him that, I think we're in a bigger community now, there's more kids. It happens, that super little tiny dude who stands next to you and is scared to death that you're going to kill him wants to know why you weigh more than him. So there are things getting asked that are upsetting him, and that's really tough, because I look at them and I don't see them being the way I was when I was a kid. They don't have the never-ending hunger or the depression or things like that. So I'm not real worried about it, but it's a continuing thing for the current generation, and it's going to continue the next generation. And it's important to deal with those things as they come up. So I actually consider myself pretty lucky. I wasn't teased horribly. I haven't been teased horribly. I've had to deal with the occasional harassing, side jabbing, stuff like that. Nothing major. I've had nicknames. I've had people call me Doughboy, Pillsy, Boog off from, I don't even know who the hell Boog is. Some character off of one of the kids' shows, some kind of bear or something. I can't remember the name of the show. Stay Puff, things like that. But they don't really get to me, and it hasn't happened in a long time. And I honestly think once you get past a certain weight, I think once I was, around the 500 mark, I think people avoided me more than anything. I could see them talking to other people and looking at me, and yeah, that hurt my feelings, but you kind of just learn to ignore that. Now that I've lost 100 plus pounds, I get a lot of people in the gym now coming up to me and telling me, hey man, you look great, you're doing a great job. And I even find myself talking to people in the gym who are my size or bigger, and introducing myself and saying, hey, I noticed you were doing this, and I used to do this too, and I think I've had people tell me this is a better way. I just wanted to pass this info along, and met some great people. So anyways, if you are large, you do get teased, do what you have to do to deal with it, but don't let it drag you down. Don't let it ruin your life. You know, my mom, when I got teased, would always tell me sticks and stones may break my bones, but you know, words can't really hurt you. So don't let it get to you that bad. It's gonna happen. People are always gonna be that way. It's tough for people to change, so they can, but it's tough. So anyways, don't let it get to you, and just keep doing your best. That's all we can do. I didn't go to the gym last night. My back was still hurting pretty bad, but I woke up this morning and it feels really good. So I'm going to go to the gym tonight and do about 80% and see how I do. Hopefully I don't mess anything up worse. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, post them below. If they're important comments or questions, I'll probably address them in a video, and I'll do my best to answer them in the comments. So I know I have literally tens of people watching this video, so I'll do my best to keep up with it. So anyways, like always, remember, if you need help, you just gotta ask.